As a nine, it is so wonderful to once a month have a chance to talk to other nines. Some of the biggest issues we talk about in the nine group that come up again and again are about the difficulty we can have speaking out or getting angry when we feel something really strongly. Because we tend to avoid conflict, we have this sense that, conflict is bad. One time we were talking about the idea of harmony and how nines seek harmony. And we also kind of started thinking about, well, can harmony include conflict? Because at first sight for nines, those two things are as far apart as we try and keep them far apart. But in actuality, we ended up finding ways that conflict can be a part of harmony. And in fact, sometimes it can be necessary, just like musical notes. When you create harmony, you actually have different notes. And the whole group got caught up in this discussion, and it was really profound for all of us. These type groups offer us a chance to take things to a much deeper level about particular problems for particular types.
In that same vein of what you were discussing there, Elaine, how, conflict sort of fits within harmony or is nestled inside of the idea of harmony somewhere. I think a huge part of what we often end up discussing with these nines is stepping into this personal power that they don't even necessarily know they have. Nines have a deep well of personal power, right? If you've ever tried to make a nine do something that they don't want to do, right? You've felt the power of a nine. It might
It's
have come in
called
the form of stubbornness.
stubbornness,
Yeah.
yes.
But that's power right there. So, nines need to sort of see themselves as the powerful beings that they are. And this group definitely is designed to sort of help highlight that aspect a little bit more.
And we get a chance to talk about accommodating. Accommodating for nines is so easy, but we're great about supporting each other. And people bring their stories to the group of a time when they haven't accommodated, a time when they have spoken out. So we have this wonderful combination of sort of what's still hard for us and where we've seen real growth. And we have at least a couple members of the group who've been here for 2 years, and they are so happy to see the changes that they've made over that time that it's really heartwarming. And I love being a part of this nines group.
What we usually do, or very often, we'll start with sort of our list of things that nines think, say, do, and feel, that Elaine's holding up right there. Just a bunch of things that we've heard from nines a lot, through history, right? And they're sort of jumping off points, conversation starters for us to get things going. But we don't always use these because sometimes people, they bring their issues, and that's what we invite people to do. We want people, if they've got something going on in their life that is nine related and it's happening right now, they're fully invited to bring that to the group and talk it through.
Let me give you an example of some things on this list. This is so important, I'll put it off until later. Now, this just drives my husband crazy. It's a nine thing, and there's reasons for this. Or another one might be feeling hypervigilant to other people's emotions. Because, we want that harmony. And when there's not harmony, we can feel it in our bodies. So we have lots of things that we can jump off on. We're never at a loss for things to talk about. But as Noah said, there's lots of opportunity to bring things up personally. And when we spend time in our dyads of two people talking to each other, that's their time. Bring up anything they want to talk about to another very sympathetic, empathetic nine. One of the real advantages that anybody coming to our nines group has is you have me. I've been a nine my whole life, and I've been studying the Enneagram for 30 years. And as a therapist, I use it in my practice all the time.
I would say that what I add and what we both add as the facilitators on duty, we add a deep well of Enneagram information an Enneagram experience, right? Elaine, you have talked to a whole lot of people about the Enneagram, and I have read a whole lot of books about the Enneagram, and together we are one heck of a team, right? So come on in and grill us, ask those burning Enneagram questions that you got, but you don't have to just toss those Enneagram questions into the ether of some internet forum. You can talk to us and contextualize all your questions.
And we get relationship questions like, I'm married to an 8. Well, my father was an 8. We know what these relationships are like because of our extended experience. So we want you to feel like you can come here for some real sources of information, as well as just joining with other nines. So we'd love to have you join us for the next nines group or any time you can make it. We meet on Saturday mornings, generally the first Saturday of the month, unless there's a holiday. And we meet from 9:30 to 11:30 Pacific time. So I hope you'll join us.